Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having the most incredible Tuesday. If this is your first time on my channel, my name is Sebastian and I welcome you guys with open arms. I do videos every single day, so grab a snack, grab a drink, get comfortable because bitch, we have to talk today. You know how Universal and Disney World, they have rides? Well bitch, today I went on the Dawson Ryland Adams ride and honey, it was a bumpy one bitch. So they literally just uploaded a video about half an hour ago and I saw the whole video on fast speed so I can give you guys the tea. And it was titled Our Wedding. So it starts out, they have been engaged for almost 3 years, right? And, with the cancellation, the pandemic, like all of these things, I believe that's what sort of delayed the wedding. Ryland has always been very vocal that he wants a huge wedding, and Shane, I don't know if Shane actually really cares, but Ryland's dream wedding is a big wedding, right? Well, anyways, turns out that he starts in the pool and he's wondering what his video should be about, blah blah blah. And then all of a sudden it's like, we're getting married today, bitch. And I was like, oh my god, that's the one thing about Shane Dawson, you guys. You can say whatever you want about him, but he knows how to edit videos. He knows how to produce interesting videos. I didn't know Shane Dawson before he did the videos with Morgan Adams and Ryland. I only saw him when he really started dating Ryland. I didn't really know him before. I saw when he used to do try weird foods in his kitchen. But before that, I had no idea who he was. So I only had this time to see who he is, and all of his videos where he traveled and he took Morgan and Garrett and Andrew. That time with Shane, I loved. And then of course, everything from his past came forward, and then he got canceled, right? Well, his videos have always been interesting, the ones that I've seen. So this video, I was like, damn, he's actually going to do it for the video, right? So he goes in, he talks to Ryland, they all plan it out, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh my God, we're going to have a wedding here. And when you have money, right? When you have money and when you have all the freedom in the world to do whatever you want, you can literally organize a humongous wedding in 3.5 seconds, right? But I did always have in the back of my mind thinking Ryland really wants a big wedding. Shane is talking about going to maybe Vegas and just eloping, having a party, or even getting married, in their LA house. So in that moment, all of Ryland's families there, his mom, his grandmother, Morgan, and I believe Shane's mom lives in LA anyway, so they could easily come together. So they're talking about possibly having this wedding, and I'm like, oh my God, we're literally this is going to be the #1 trending video. It's going to be everywhere, and grant you, yes, Shane Dawson is still canceled for a lot of people, but I have to say a lot of people have really forgotten that part, and that's very normal in YouTube world, is that people kind of forget why people are canceled and then they just sort of move along. And so, I was thinking this is going to be everywhere, right? There was a very cute part in the video where it showed all of their highlights of being together. And, Ryland did stand with Shane through everything. He really stood by Shane's side, and that can't be easy. Obviously Shane was getting canceled for things that, he's done and said in the past. But to stand by, your man through everything, I admire Ryland for that. Ryland is someone that I like sometimes, but then I don't like sometimes. But then he's changing. There was a moment there where he just seemed very snobby in my eyes. But I like him most of the time. And anyways, so they showed the highlights and they showed the proposal and all of these things. And then, they get all together and then they start asking the spirits of the house if, bitch, should we get married? They do a little Ouija board shit. And then, bitch, they call Shane's mom, and Shane's mom, which I was really surprised, was don't get married just to get married, get married the real way, the way that, Ryland wants. Ryland really wants a big wedding. He wants to plan it. He wants a wedding planner, all of these things. So they decide to turn the video into a rehearsal wedding plus slash rehearsal wedding slash bachelor party. But it was a moment that I just thought was so sweet. Shane Dawson asked Ryland's mom for Ryland's hand. And I just honestly thought that was so, so cute because, I love tradition, and tradition is not just for straight couples, it's also for, any couple. So I just love seeing that, asking for the hand. And, Ryland's mom, she seems so sweet and she is so in love with the idea of her son being with Shane. And, her mom has talked about Shane's cancellation before in like an older video. And, she said, like, everyone makes mistakes in life. And the important thing is that we acknowledge our mistakes, we learn from them, and we move forward without expecting people, to really, we can't expect people to forgive us if they can't. We just have to try and be our better, the best version of ourselves than we can. So they go to Ralph's, which is a supermarket. They go to Olive Garden. They go to Walmart. They buy all of these things for their rehearsal, wedding dinner. The grandma's there. She makes a toast. It was so gorgeous, you guys. It was really so cute because, besides the cancellation part, which, Shane does talk a lot about, he's always kind of putting it in there like, I'm too canceled for this, I'm too canceled for that, things like that. Because, for example, they wanted JoJo Siwa to perform at their wedding, but he's like, I think I'm too canceled for that. But I just thought, their relationship really does seem like they found each other. I feel like they both kind of have the same vision in life. They're already talking about babies. And I really do feel like the next big video that we're going to see is the actual wedding. He usually uploads, I think it's like every other month or so. So maybe the next video will be, the wedding. But I'm very curious to know, like, who is going to go to this wedding, because influencers and social media stars, they're very, very, very careful about associating themselves with canceled people. But my question to you guys is Shane Dawson still canceled? Like, what do we feel about Shane Dawson? Let me know in the comments below, because, if they want a big wedding, then there's a lot of seats to be filled. So which influencer will come? I know Jeffree Star obviously will be there, but I'm really curious if, like, he's gonna call Trisha, which honestly, I don't think that friendship will ever work out again. But at the same time, I'm like, could Trisha and Shane, possibly reconnect? Now that they're both, getting married and have babies, like, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. But it was a very cute video, I have to say. The camera guy that they have now, that, I loved Andrew, I loved his laugh. But the camera guy they have now, he made a speech in the rehearsal dinner, and he said that Shane and Ryland changed his life, and that he has his dream job because of them, and that they're the nicest people he's ever met in or out of the industry. So, and I love to see that huge YouTubers or influencers are giving regular people a chance, because here it's all about, like, how many followers do you have and this and that. But, like, I love to see that. I was like, listen, I was on this ride, honey. I was having my keto yogurt with blueberries and flax seeds, and I was like, bitch, what are we going to a wedding? Are we going to a bachelorette party? Are we going to see strippers? Like, what is the deal here? I really love this video. I have to say, it was very cute. It was very simple, down to earth, eating donuts in a jacuzzi with the mom and the sister, and just sort of like, being a family, which at the end of the day, like, people who have big weddings, like, no shade to them, but, like, the important thing is that you're with people that actually care about you, who have supported your relationship, and not just people who you barely talk to online. You know what I mean? So, had they gotten married that way, I thought it would have been perfect. But Ryland, of course, Mr. Flashy Rai wants the big wedding, which that's totally understandable as well. So I'm very excited to see if the next video is going to be the wedding. Let me know in the comments below what you think about Ryland and Shane's wild ride about, are we getting married? Are we not getting married? Do you think they are a great couple together? And do we still think Shane Dawson is canceled? And can a YouTuber really, really ever come back from cancellation? Let me know in the comments below. I love you guys so much. I'm so grateful and thankful for you guys. Thank you for your comments, for your likes. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for just accepting my messy self, because listen, we just have to be ourselves, and we have to be real, and we just have to do what we need to do. I love you guys so much, and I thank you for all of your love and support. Mwah.